The scene opens with a close-up of a patient in critical condition, surrounded by a medical team. Beeping monitors, tension in the air. A nurse looks at the clock anxiously. Nurse Sarah. Where's Dr. Ramos? We need him now. Cut to a police car, flashing lights on a dark street. Dr. Miguel Ramos, handcuffed, sits in the back seat, glaring at the officer driving. Dr. Miguel, I hope you're proud, officer. While I'm here, someone might die. Officer Hank glances at him in the rearview mirror, clearly uncomfortable, but still defiant. Officer Hank, if you're really a doctor, they'll survive without you. The screen freezes on Miguel's unimpressed face as a narrator's voice echoes, and taught a lesson no one would forget. Dr. Miguel Ramos, a Filipino-American doctor dressed in a sharp suit, is walking briskly, holding his coffee mug and a bag of medical tools. He glances at his watch and checks his phone for updates. Dr. Miguel, muttering, All right, Miguel, surgery at 8. Patient consult at 10. Let's save some lives. Officer Hank, a middle-aged policeman with a stern expression, is leaning against his patrol car, watching the crowd suspiciously. He notices Miguel and his demeanor changes. Officer Hank, to himself. Who's this guy? Looks like he doesn't belong. Let's check him out. Hank steps in front of Miguel, blocking his path. Officer Hank, excuse me, sir, where are you headed? Dr. Miguel, startled but polite. Good morning, officer. I'm headed to work. Something wrong? Officer Hank, work? What kind of work? Dr. Miguel, I'm a surgeon. I work at St. Mercy Hospital. Officer Hank, skeptical. A surgeon, huh? You got any ID to back that up? Miguel sighs, pulls out his hospital ID, and hands it over. Hank scrutinizes it. Officer Hank, this could be fake. How do I know this is legit? Dr. Miguel, sarcastic. Unless I stole my own face, I think it's pretty legit. A few passers-by stop to watch the exchange. Miguel notices the growing attention. Dr. Miguel, listen, officer, I'm running late. I have patients to save. Officer Hank, not so fast. You look suspicious. I'm bringing you in for questioning. Dr. Miguel, in disbelief. Suspicious? For walking to work? All right, let's go waste everyone's time. Hank cuffs him as Miguel shakes his head, and the crowd murmurs. Miguel sits handcuffed at a desk, annoyed but calm. Hank is typing up a report, looking smug. Dr. Miguel, so, Officer Hank, how many doctors have you arrested this week? I bet the crime rate's plummeted. Officer Hank, ignoring him, we'll see if you're really who you say you are. Plenty of people pretend to be something they're not. Dr. Miguel, deadpan. Right. Because pretending to be a surgeon is everyone's dream crime. Miguel's phone, now sitting on Hank's desk, starts buzzing. The caller ID says St. Mercy Hospital. Hank glances at it but doesn't answer. Nurse Sarah and another doctor are pacing in a panic. Nurse Sarah, where is Dr. Ramos? He's supposed to lead this surgery. Doctor, if he doesn't get here soon, we're going to lose this patient. Sarah grabs her phone and dials Miguel again. Cut to the police station. Hank hesitates but answers the call. Officer Hank. This is Officer Hank. Who's this Nurse Sarah? Frantic. This is Nurse Sarah from St. Mercy Hospital. Where's Dr. Ramos? He's supposed to be here for a critical surgery. Officer Hank. Confused. Wait. You mean he's actually a doctor? Nurse Sarah. Angry. Yes. And if he doesn't get here in the next 20 minutes, someone's going to die. Let him go now. Hank looks at Miguel, who raises an eyebrow with a smirk. Dr. Miguel. Ready to admit you made a mistake yet? The police chief storms in, furious. Chief. Hank. What did you do? Officer Hank. I was just doing my job. He seemed suspicious. Chief. Interrupting. You arrested Dr. Miguel Ramos, the best surgeon in this city? Are you out of your mind? Hank fumbles to uncuff Miguel. Miguel stands up, straightening his suit. Dr. Miguel, sarcastic. Thanks for the hospitality, officer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a life to save. He grabs his bag and walks out, leaving Hank looking embarrassed. Hank shows up with coffee and a box of donuts, looking nervous. He spots Miguel in the hallway. Officer Hank. Dr. Ramos, I wanted to apologize for, arresting you. Dr. Miguel, smirking. Oh, you mean for assuming I was a criminal just because I didn't fit your idea of what a doctor looks like? No big deal. Officer Hank, sincerely, I was wrong. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Dr. Miguel, grinning, apology accepted, but next time, maybe focus on the people actually breaking the law, okay? Nurse Sarah walks by and overhears the conversation. Nurse Sarah, to Hank. Don't worry, officer. He saves lives. You just learned how to save face. Everyone laughs as Hank leaves, clearly humbled. Miguel is shown in surgery, saving lives, and receiving gratitude from patients. Hank is seen patrolling the streets, now treating people with more respect. Dr. Miguel. Sometimes, mistakes teach us the lessons we need most. Respect and understanding go a long way in healing, no matter which side of the badge you're on.